Dave Isaacs, and I teach guitar here on Music Row in Nashville, Tennessee. I work with anybody who loves music and loves the guitar. Doesn't matter if you're already playing professionally, if you're an artist, if you're a songwriter looking for new ideas, or if you're a complete beginner just beginning your journey with the instrument. My only criteria are that you have a love for music and a willingness to make the commitment to learn it. In this video I want to introduce myself and introduce the core philosophy that drives everything I do as an educator and as a performing artist. And that philosophy is that everything starts with the big ideas, and that your understanding of the big ideas allows you to learn more efficiently, more quickly, with more awareness, and ultimately make you into not just someone who can play the guitar, but make you into a complete musician. Just to give a basic idea, one example, if I give you an exercise to play, and you know why you're doing it, you're more likely to stick to it than if you're sitting there doing it thinking, well, I want to play songs, now I'm not playing songs, why am I not playing songs yet? We're going to play songs, but you have to train your fingers. When it starts from here, remember that the whole idea is that practicing mechanics, working with your fingers, practicing scales, practicing chords, practicing exercises, is all about teaching the fingers to follow directions from the mind. So everything stems from here. And every great musician will tell you that they reached a point where after doing that for a period of time, they didn't have to think about it anymore. And that's where the musicianship aspect of it comes in. Fortunate enough to work with some really great teachers, and that's one of the things that they taught me most strongly. They taught me discipline and they taught me commitment, so I was able to get through the bad days where I hated the guitar and I wanted to throw the thing across the room, and you're going to have those days. Of course, you're also going to have the days where you pick it up and suddenly things you couldn't do for months are just there, and that's an amazing feeling. But they taught me how to be a musician because they taught me how to listen, and they taught me how to communicate. When a performer is on a stage, they're communicating. You want your listeners, your audience, to feel what you're feeling. You want to be able to communicate with the other musicians on stage so that things can happen that you might not have planned, and amazing things can happen that you might not have planned when everyone is tuned in and listening to each other. And as a creative person, as a songwriter, as a member of a band that's creating their own music, that ability to communicate and that ability to listen lets you tap into a creative flow that really leads to some magic. It really leads to great music. So ultimately, my role is to give you the tools that allow you to walk out of my studio not needing to come back. Hopefully you do come back. You want to learn to be your own teacher. You want to develop the skills that allow you to learn something new without someone having to show you how to do it. So when you have the mechanics in place, when you have a vocabulary in place, and when you have the control and the ability to flow in place, you'll have an understanding of something new when you see or hear somebody do it, and you can figure out how to do what they're doing. So that's really how I see my role, is to start by communicating that big picture of everything starting from the mind and from the ears, that driving what you do with your hands, with your whole body, because it is a whole body experience playing an instrument. But understanding that this drives everything else. And developing that skill set, that toolbox that you can reach into. And so you leave my studio with those skills, equipped to become a musician and not just someone who plays the guitar. I'm Dave Isaacs. Thanks for watching.